Can we talk about how I think Asmodee is making a great business decision? Can we talk about how Asmodee is bringing on David Preti, one of the architects for CMON's Kickstarter strategy, the head of its own crowdfunding and miniatures operation? I think this is I don't see what could go wrong. I mean, CMON's doing really well, right? I think CMON is I think it's fantastic. So for those that don't know, this happened a few days ago. Asmodee hired David, the recently resigned COO. Okay. Financially troubled board game publisher CMON to head up its tabletop gaming giant's own crowdfunding and miniatures strategy. I didn't realize Asmodee did much crowdfunding. He spent the last 8 years at CMON from 2016 as a creative director and CEO. Just a curiosity. I'm just curious. Huh. What was it? 2016? Can we go all? All right. So 2016, the company's value was around $3.29 in open. And no, this seems like a smart business move. Seems like a good move here. Chat. Okay. Okay. He focused on such titles as its flagship Zombicide series. It's gonna be with him. He's gonna get to keep it. Maybe that's why he's moving over. And it's Massive Darkness and Marvel and DC United titles that some people are still worried about if they may get or not. But the company's fortunes have plummeted in recent months, with the business slumping to a $3 million loss last year, halting new game development and campaign launches, and amid unpredictability around U.S. tariffs and selling multiple game IPs, including Zombicide, in an attempt to turn its financial situation around. They also have one streamer named D20 Woodworking who will not stop harassing their customer service department about the second box they gave him for Metal Gear Solid that was damaged. Not one box, but two boxes were given to me damaged. Preti handed his resignation in CMON in September of last year. So, yeah, no, they were doing great then. Okay. I mean, they're doing worse now, so maybe he left at a good time. He's hired by Asmodee in a newly created role, head of crowdfunding strategy and miniatures line. Is a notable one for the industry giant, which until now has barely touched the crowdfunding space. So that'll be interesting to see what it is doing. I mean, Asmodee is going to get in the crowdfunding. I also feel like personally that the crowdfunding space is on its way down. Like I know it's raising more money than ever before, but I feel like faith in crowdfunding continues to go down. So I'm a little kind of like weirded by that. I don't know how that's going to work out. The only crowdfunding campaign Asmodee owned company to date is believed to be Lookout Games Kickstarter for the Grand Austria Hotel, Let's Waltz expansion, which raised $383,000 during the pandemic, when everybody was like giving money. Asmodee's only other exposure to crowdfunding is thought to be via its company Exploding Kittens, in which it made a strategic investment short of a buyout in 2021, which raised almost $1 million. All right, so more tenuously, YouTube reviewer not D20, the professor raised about $4 million for his academic 133 whatever deck box, which was designed in collaboration with Asmodee, and that's cool. An Asmodee spokesperson would not confirm that Preti's hire in the role has indicated a forthcoming push in the company in the crowdfunding space, but I mean they did give him the title for crowdfunding, so I think we can make a guess. The strategy seems especially plausible in light of Asmodee buying up Zombicide IP, a series that raised more than $40 million on Kickstarter since its 2012 launch. The spokesperson would say, "We're happy to have David on board, and we're providing more information on his role at a later date." He spent 3 years as creative director for CMON from 2016, during which he established the company's creative and production department and helped build up Kickstarter as one of his main sources of income. Just want to point that out for 3 years. Okay. Okay. Then they talk about like the rest of his stuff and whatever, and we don't need to really focus on that. I think it's a choice. We'll see how Asmodee does. Or maybe they're gonna be kickstarting. Maybe that's the future of Marvel Champions. They start kickstarting all the stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's how you get Daredevil. Is that how it's pronounced? I have no idea. I'm guessing. I'm skeptical about them bringing on the architect of CMON's Kickstarter strategy because CMON used Kickstarters to help prior campaigns and kept that scheme going until the House of Cards collapsed. I mean, Lorem, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. I find it a little shocking that that is the choice that they are making. It seems a little weird to me. Kai Barra, welcome to the chat. Aren't CMON in trouble? Kind of caught funding. Yes. They are not financially doing well. One of the things they did, which is the biggest no-no, is instead of releasing their earnings report, they went, our accountants are away. We don't have enough accountants, so we can't do our financials. That's like the biggest red flag. Like if you are a publicly traded company and you don't come out with your financials on time, your company generally doesn't survive that. Like it is crazy. It's crazy. Like you don't do that as a company. Like even if your financials are terrible, even if you lost $3 million, like they have said, you take it on the chin and say, look, we lost 3 mil, but we're going to turn it around. We're going to raise this 13 cent. It's not even 13 cents. I think it's 13 Hong Kong dollars. I'm not even 100% sure what the HK is. I think it's Hong Kong because they're not traded on the U.S. stock exchange. We're going to take, let's just call it cents for now. It's not even 13 cents. I'm sorry. It's 1.3 cents. We're going to take this 1.3 cents and we're going to double it next year, right? We're going to make the right moves and we're going to do the right things. At least you do that versus, I don't know where the accountant is. You know what? Our Bill does accounting in the back, right? He's back there. And I know this is a big week for earnings, but he's on vacation this week, man. So we can't get it out for a month. Is that chill? Is that cool? Like you can't do that. They say CMON will honor the past GameFound games and ship them out. Yeah, I will believe it when I see it. I want them to know justice for box. I want to know when they are going to send me my box that isn't broken. I was interested in the Thundercats. Yeah. Did you apply to them, D20? To Asmodee? Yes. I didn't apply for that position, though. It felt beneath me. I'm just kidding. There's been a shift in super bloated crowdfunding games lately. It seems where folks really don't jive with the old Zombicide so many minis model. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know how long that model like lasts moving forward. Seems he's failing upwards. Isn't it amazing how so many executives in the world, and especially in America, can just run a company into the ground and another company goes, hey, I know your entire background is running a company into the ground, but what if we hired you to run our company not into the ground? Could you take all the experience you don't have doing that and do that? I don't know. It's an interesting strategy, Cotton. It's 0.0000001 American cents. Love it. Someone has money. Yeah. CMON has $2 million in the bank and $4 million in loans. Welcome to chat, Will. What's their? We need to know what their outstanding expenditures are, though. Like, I assume that they still have things that need to be made, and it's not based off of loans. I assume. They always say it's about who you know. That is 100% true. That's one thing they don't tell poor people is connections are one of the most important things that you can have in life. If a U.S. stock trades less than $1 for a certain amount of time, it goes bankrupt. Didn't realize they were publicly traded. Hey, Trent. Yeah, so it's not a U.S. stock. They are on the HKD exchange, which I think is Hong Kong. HKD exchange. What is it? What is it? Tell me, AI. It's the Hong Kong dollar exchange. Yeah. Or can you speed run it? Your old company was so dependent on crowdfunding and it's super in trouble. Want to manage our crowdfunding? What could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure it'll be great, Asmodee. You know what? And I just want to say this really fast. The downfall of Asmodee, okay? I truly believe this. The downfall of Asmodee isn't going to be from there. It's not going to be from that moment, right? It's not. It's when they didn't hire me to be their marketing manager. I could have spun this to be so positive and be like, no, Here's the thing. David was put in a bad situation, right? He was just put in a bad situation with his old company, and they had him do certain things. And he is the reason that you're still going to be able to get your games. He is the reason that it's not exchange rate or instead of trading at 1.3 cents, it would be 0.08 cents if it wasn't for David. David invented sliced bread as well. And you like sandwiches. Sandwiches are delicious. Man, I could have spun this so well, but they didn't hire me. And instead they had a marketing person that just went, no comment. No comment. And you know what? You're not going to win with no comment. It's not going to win, chat.